Friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Happy Hallobean. So for today's look, I decided to turn myself into my version of the Joker from the new movie. I saw it about a week ago when it came out and I fell in love with it. I've actually already done this look, but I didn't like how it turned out, so here I am doing it again. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this one came out. I just think it looks glam and grunge and it's just really cool, and I feel very good in this look and I feel very good about it. I guess we should just get into it, shall we? Hello, I look scary. I decided to cover my brows off camera just because I'm really not good at it. I'm still struggling a lot, and I followed a different tutorial on YouTube. I just searched for a brow cover that I haven't watched before, and I'm gonna link it down in the description box because it's been the best one so far. This is still not like a perfect job. I can see some of my brow peeking through here, but it's the best I've ever done, and I think just you watching that tutorial, if you are interested, will be more better for your knowledge than me struggling for 10 minutes trying to do my own. You don't even necessarily have to cover your brows for this look. In the movie, you can see his brow hairs through the makeup, so you could just like draw over your brows. I just wanted to practice covering them, and I felt like this was a good opportunity to do so. So here we are. I'm going to apply foundation now. I have my LA Girl White Pro Coverage Foundation. I'm just gonna pop some of that on my beauty sponge. You could totally use white face paint, but I am taking advantage of having a white foundation. Oh, I forgot to prime. I like to prime before this because it's not a great finish. But you know what? His skin looks kind of dingy and rough anyways. I'm not sure exactly the route I'm gonna go with this. I can't decide if I want to glam this up or grungify it or stay true to how his looks. I'll probably do kind of a mixture. And I'm not really gonna trail it down my neck because I want it to look like just my face is white, because that's what clowns be doing, you know? I actually already filmed this look once. I'd fully edited it and everything, but just as time goes on, the more unhappy I am with how it came out. So I'm trying again. I bought a new wig. I get most, if not all of my wigs, well, I get most of my wigs from Amazon, and most of them are the Chrisma brand. I never remember to put them in the description box. Sorry, not sorry. I have a lot of other things to put in the description box. My wigs are not fancy, they're synthetic. I like lace front because it looks a little bit better, but I honestly don't care if it looks realistic or not personally. I'm wearing it as an accessory, I'm not trying to fool people. Who saw Joker? I saw it like the day after it came out, and I actually filmed this like the day after that. So I had originally planned to film this, or planned to have this, and I filmed it a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, it's only the 12th right now, about a week ago. I loved it though. I'm dying to see it again so bad. I'm 100% gonna buy it when it comes out. It was so good. I like that it gets into like mental health and all of that stuff. I think it's just so important and it's so relevant. I just absolutely loved it. I wish this little bit of brown brow wasn't peeking through. It's bugging me. Come on, cover yourself up. Hide your shame. Now that it's at this point, I'm just going to quickly set my face with my RCMA No Color powder. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm literally just powdering my face so that my foundation isn't sticky anymore. I'm sure watching me powder my face is not the most exciting thing you'll ever do in your life. I'm choosing the RCMA specifically. I think I've talked about this 100 times for Hallobean so far, but it's cheap and I like the white cast it leaves for my white face painted looks. All right, now that my face is set, I'm gonna take my handy dandy Lunatick Labs contour book, and I'm gonna take this gray here and mix it with this brown here, just to make kind of a brown gray color. And I'm gonna use this kind of stipply brush. It's a Luxie 524T, and I'm just going to do a rough little contour with this concoction. When I first filmed this video, I just didn't even contour and I went straight in with like painting my eyes and my mouth and stuff like that, and then I ended up wanting to add some contour, so I'm gonna do it first this time because I know I'm gonna want it, just to add some shape. Add a little bit more of the gray than the brown, because I do want to have a little bit of a dingy, dirty aspect to my skin. I'm not too worried about my forehead because I am going to be wearing a wig, but I do just want a little bit kind of trailing the perimeter. More so to give texture than anything. I don't know why I'm contouring my nose. My nose is going to be covered. Just a little around the chin, just to again add a little dimension. I actually might add a little bit of gruffness. I'm going to scrunch my face so that it creates those crinkles, and I'm just gonna stipple it through the center. I'm just gonna crinkle my face different ways and stipple it, just so that I look kind of dingy. I feel like looking back, my face was like too bright white and too pretty looking. It wasn't even pretty looking, it just looked too flat and very boring. I really want that weathered, worn look with this. Ah, perfect. How to easily make yourself look dirty. All right, let's move on to the eyes. When I did this the first time, I just took blue face paint and I just drew my triangles, and I kind of added a little bit of like light smudginess on my lids, but it wasn't anything crazy. And looking back, I don't love that. I think I want to do more of an eyeshadow look where it's shadows that are blending into a triangle around the top and bottom of my eye. I think that's more the route I want to go. So yeah, let me prime my eyes really quick. I'm going to use my Sigma eyeshadow base at Ignite like I usually do. I think I might do both at the same time. I know I usually do one eye at a time, but I want to make sure I'm doing things symmetrical. So let's do both. I don't usually do triangle shapes when I'm doing my eyeshadow, so this is something new. For this, I'm going to be using my Certify Affinity 2 just because there are some really good blues. Like I really like this deep dark blue. There's this one, that one, this one, that one. There's a lot of good blue mattes that will help blend this out nicely. I'm going to take the darkest blue. It's like a really dark navy first, and I'm going to be using this Anastasia dual-ended brush. And I want to start simply by just packing this all across the lid because I know I want my the center of this triangle shape to be nice and deep. Just kind of taking it in the center. I'm not even bringing it across the whole lid. More so just like the very, very center. Drawing like a rough little triangle shape there. I'm gonna also just start smudging this right up against my lower lashes. I kind of want this to be a grungy look. I'm not going for necessarily like pretty. I want it to be quite grungy. So I'm just gonna have like messy blown out triangles on the top and bottom of my eye. But we'll kind of see. I don't have a firm plan. This looks scary. Like I look like a nightmare in this moment of time. All right, I'm gonna start roughly sketching out my triangle. Really, his triangles go all the way to like the top of my old eyebrow. And I want to make sure I have room to blend, so I'm not going to take it up all the way. I'm already liking where this is going way more than my first attempt. Maybe in my outro I'll show a clip of what my first attempt was, or a picture of my first attempt. It's not like horrible, but I feel like I definitely didn't have the right wig. I definitely don't have the suit. If you're gonna actually do this costume, I highly recommend trying to get his iconic colorful suit because that just makes it. I would love to have that for this video, but I just can't justify spending that kind of money on an outfit for a video. So this just goes to show that it's not always like a cakewalk doing costume looks. Feel free to practice before like your actual Halloween costume, you know? Make sure you got it down. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. It's just how it goes. I'm trying to make sure I look at my face relaxed too so I can kind of see where things are going. I feel like I'm definitely gonna need this triangle to be higher. I'm gonna make sure I drag it upwards so that I don't disrupt my brow cover as much as possible. Yeah, I'm gonna want it kind of hitting that zone. That's looking more like it. And I'm not, like I said before, like I'm going for more of like a grungy, kind of messy look, especially because his is very much lived in. It's rough, it's not like perfectly sculpted. So I'm cool if things aren't necessarily symmetrical. So I want that kind of a dirty look. And on this eye specifically, I want it to droop down a little bit lower because that's kind of what his did. All right, I'm gonna flip this brush over just to the clean side and just start buffing things around. Especially more so just like around my actual eye. I'm cool if it's a little more structured around the triangle itself. I want my actual eye to have good blend, so to speak, in a messy way. I feel like for some reason the blue's not sticking down here. I don't know why that is. Very odd. I will add more into that later. I like to wipe off my blending brush on my towel periodically just so that I can keep it fairly clean as I am working. Just be gentle when you're blending around your brow cover. You don't want to totally disrupt it. I'm actually really liking the zone that things are at, with just kind of this shadow kind of smudged everywhere. I think I might just leave it like this. It's like perfectly imperfect in my opinion. Very grimy, grungy, not super pristine, and I love it. For my waterline, I'm gonna use this Faux Blacks from NYX in the shade Midnight. It's a really dark navy blue. I think I am gonna take another fluffy brush, and I'm gonna take kind of this regular blue mixed with this lighter blue, just to kind of go around that perimeter again, just because I do think I want to add a little more dimension to my edges. I like the effect that gives. Now I just need to refill in my insides. I don't know why this shadow is having a hard time sticking to my face. It's almost like it's not meant to go on my face and only meant to go on my eyes. I'm going to take that fluffy brush that I was just using, and I'm going to take the white shade in my Lunatick palette. I'm about to drop everything. And I'm just going to add a little bit of blue right along the outside, or not blue, white along the outside edges. Just because I feel like some spots it was getting a little too messy. Like right here. I feel like this side needs a little more blue. Oh, I feel like I love this side, but I don't love this side. I don't know what happened here. I hate that eye though. I really like this one. I'm gonna take off half my makeup and catch this eye up to speed with this one, and we will resume. Quite frustrated. All right, I'm back with the other eye done again, and I like the shape of it a lot more. And I like, again, that things are just kind of little asymmetrical, not so much like before, but just like slightly different. It's grungy. I feel like where my brow cover is and kind of down here, there's a little bit of patchiness, but I kind of like that because it's feeding into that grungy vibe. Let's do my eyebrows now. He just has these little swoops right above the top of my triangles. I do have a red paint from Mehron, but I want to try this darker one first. This one is called Porto, also from Mehron. They're water activated paints. I just have this little brush right here. I'm gonna dip into that water just a little bit and then just kind of wake this paint up, so to speak. Let me test it on my hand, see if I like the color. Do I like that color? I think I might, actually. I think I just might. Let me just get a good consistency. I'm just gonna draw a little U shape. And then I'm just really going to build up that front. Kinda, sorta, something like that. Nothing too crazy. Again, I'm not gonna focus too hard on making these like too perfect. I do want them to just look like they were roughly, quickly painted on. How do I want my nose? I have a reference picture of him up on kind of how I want to do things. I just have to look at it again. Really, his nose is just like fully covered, like this entire bottom, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use that exact same paint, and I'm just going to carry it across my entire bottom. I'm loving this so much more than my first attempt, you guys don't even know. I really like this Porto shade. It's like kind of a weird wine red. It's not like a true red, but I really like it. I feel like it just gives a different kind of effect. I'm a fan. So for his mouth, it's just like kind of overlined and then very underlined, and then it stretches out. It's not perfectly even. If mine's even, it's even. If it's not, it's not. It's kind of how I feel. Just gonna start by dragging it straight across. Kind of like that. The underneath goes down pretty far. This is kind of where I want it to sit. I love that. I like that shape. It's not perfect, and I like that because it makes it look creepier. All right, so now I want to add a little bit more creepiness to it, and I did this in my first look. I took some of my scab blood, and I just used my fingers to kind of tap scab blood all around the mouth. It gave a really cool texture. That was my favorite part of the look, hands down, so I definitely want to do that again. And we'll see how it goes. Normally I've been using the Spirit Blood scab blood, but I don't know if Spirit Halloween stuff is cruelty free, and when I was buying my wig anyway, I just decided to buy some of the Mehron coagulated blood gel. We will see if this has a similar effect or not. I'm gonna put some of that on my finger. Oh, it's so sticky. It's so sticky. And I'm okay if this is pretty messy, if it goes out of the lines a little bit, because it's gonna add such cool texture. And I'm liking this Mayron blood. I almost feel like the more I kind of poke and prod at it, the cooler it looks too. I freaking love that. Oh, my fingers are so sticky and gross now. I feel like I need to do something else. Maybe not though, I think I like this. I think I might throw on lashes just because I like my lashes, and I didn't wear lashes in the original, and I just felt like my eyes looked so beady, but it could be because I did a totally different thing with the eyes too, because I don't mind this. Definitely gonna throw on my wig, maybe lashes, I'm gonna throw on a black shirt or something, and we will finish up. All right, this is my final look, my final form. This wig I got off Amazon. It's the Chrisma brand. I think I talked about that earlier, but there it is again, just in case I forget to link it, because I probably will. I threw on my Likely Makeup Bat Wings lashes, and I just kind of used the corner that I cut off on my bottoms. I like the way the lashes look. It just adds that little element of glam to go with the grunge and the gross factor of the blood. I don't know, I like mixing different things like that together. I just think it looks cool. I'm very content with this. I like it a lot. I'm much more happy than my first round. I will pop a picture of my first attempt up here. It's not horrible, and I literally don't want any of you being like, the first one was so much better, because no, I don't agree. I'm a lot happier with this, and yeah, I hope you like it. If you made it to the end, leave a clown emoji. I believe that exists. And if you enjoyed this video and you are liking Hallobean, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting every day in October for Hallobean. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.